Hi everybody, welcome back to Bonsai Down Under today. Hope everybody's well and safe and they've had a wonderful weekend. So today's projects, we've got 3 trees. I've had these trees for about 3 years now. The 3 trees are from the market. So there's a guy I collect trees from. He has a lot of unique trees that you just don't get and you see in nurseries sometimes, and great value and things. Just smaller trees to start off with, and to watch them grow and to improve the development and on the trees. So yeah, today we're going to look at doing some ramification. So pruning back is a good time now. The year we're coming into just coming nearly out of spring now. We're coming into summer, so summer's not too far away from our doorstep. So we'll give these 3 trees that we're going to look at today a good prune back, and so we can get some growth happening over the summertime and through the winter too. And then after winter I'll assess them and see. We'll probably put them into some different pots. So first of all we've got this bottle brush. This is the first one. It's been in training. Like I said, when I first got this there was branches everywhere, and I've had to do a bit of styling first to basically get some structure to what I wanted, and now I'm sort of looking at working on some secondary sort of branching now, and so then getting into tertiary branching, more developed, so we can get some sort of pads happening in different areas. So that's a bottle brush. We're going to have a look at that one. This is my Jaboti Carver. Now this was one of my actual first bonsais I ever had. I collected and I started with. So yeah, they are very slow growing. I've had this now for about a bit over probably 3 years now. And it sort of went to a really dormant time there. It didn't really grow much. So I assessed the roots and everything like that, and during the right time to do that. It was last spring that I did that. And then I put it into this black pot because at the time I didn't have anything that I could put it into. So I've just put it into this black pot. Now I've found too, and I've been feeding with some Thrive and stuff like that, which has really encouraged it to really take off a bit now. But now see, but it's gotten a bit elongated. The branches are starting to really they're really drooping out, and now it's sort of getting out of hand a little bit. So we want to bring that back in so we can get some more ramification forming through those branches and that. So that's our Jaboti Carver that we'll probably have a look at too later after that one. And then I have here another one that's gone a bit crazy and radical. This is called a sandpaper fig. When you touch the leaves, they feel like sandpaper. Not really rough sandpaper. I'd say something like maybe a 120 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, they are quite cool leaves. Like, I mean, you could probably exfoliate your face with these. So yeah, and they grow these little figs on them. They're not really edible. The little figs. They yeah. So it's not really a plant where you can harvest from it. But I was really intrigued by the leaves and the texture of them and that. And so now I want to basically it was just like a, as you could probably see through there, it's had just like a straight trunk happening, so there was no movement or any taper in that trunk. So I grew a new leader out this way here, which has really gotten some height in it now. So I'm actually wanted to maybe get some shape to that, you know, and then we'll encourage that even though it's got that straight down the bottom, we're going to still have some movement up here in this trunk line up here. So just to give it a bit more character. So yeah, that's the third one. So there's three there I'm going to have a look at today. What I might do is I might just zoom in a little bit closer, so you can sort of see what I'm doing, and sort of explain what I'm actually going to do too. So yeah. So anyway, this is what's coming up today on Bonsai Down Under, and I just want to shout out to the people that have taken the interest in watching the videos, and I hope you get something out of it, or you know, or share it to somebody else that might have an interest in the hobby. And so yeah, and thanks for your time, and like I said, subscribe if you want to see more videos, up and coming videos. So anyway, I'll zoom in a bit closer, and then we'll get started on one of these trees. And so basically, it's not going to be like a super long video. It won't take that long to do, but it's just showing you that the best thing to do with your clip and grow. I do most of my bonsai is a clip and grow system. We'll get started, and we'll get some of these pruned back into shape a little bit. Okay. Alright, let's have a look at this bottle brush. Okay, I think with this one here, I'm sort of looking at, wanting everything just to sort of flow on a pad outwards sort of thing, and then having a basic apex. So we're getting that sort of similar to like that triangle effect happening. So what we'll do is we'll start with this bottom one here. We've got one in really close there, so it's shooting upwards. We don't want that there, so we'll just remove that. You've got another one that's forming up underneath here. We'll take these little leaves off in here. We'll prune them all back to about 2 nodes for now. And like I said, this has got a lot of time now. That's going to grow, so that's really tightened that up nice down there. And now so if we go up to this one here, we've got one that's going on a funny angle all by itself in that inside there, so we don't want that anything going inwards there. We want to remove. We got a little sucker there that's shooting upwards too. Okay, so we come out to here. We've got two that are together, but there's one in the middle here, and one on the outside. I'm praying to more keep that one on the outside, I think, and just remove this middle one here. We'll give this a little trim back now to tighten up. If you grow all those branches out, keep letting them grow out, they're just going to elongate out, and then you're not going to get any shape or movement in your branches. Now we've got this one out here. See, I was originally going to think about just keeping this as the main trunk line coming through here and removing that, but I mean it has to. I sort of like that there. It's I think it's sort of it balances out the tree a bit more, and this branch here is a little bit higher than that one anyway, so it's not you're not gonna have that problem where you're gonna end up with reverse taper with a bulge in there. And now we've got one here, and still remembering too is to try to have 2 coming out of the one location, no more than that coming out of there. So see this one here, I've got a little one here, and I've got a fairly vigorous 2 that are here. So that's 3 that are coming out of that location. So I'd say I'd remove one of those. So I think I'm going to remove this one down here. on this side. We've got one here that's coming out. It's got one branch coming out that way, so that's not too bad. We'll shorten it. You got one down the bottom here and then one up there, which basically is changing that flow. So I sort of like that flow there with that, because then it branches out to 2 anyway. So I'll just take the tip off that, and I think I'll remove this bottom one and that little bit of a stump there, that old pruning stump. Now we've come over to here. We've got these two that are coming out this direction here. Just reduce them right back, and then we'll see where they take us later. So they have hardened off pretty good. So we'll see where that takes us now. So see how that's sort of really tightened that up now. It's and so this is basically this is the flow of the main trunk line, and the apex is up here, and I've got this other branch that's come off that. It's going to be a little bit lower, so it's developing too. So I'm going to I'll give that a prune right back. I'm going to leave one as a main feeder that goes down into that trunk line, so it keeps on. You always want to have one as like a sacrifice branch. So if you want to build some strength in that branch and get some thickness happening, leaving one up here is and let that grow out. It looks a little bit funny, but it's all part of the process of getting some taper and thickness to your trunk. So we're going to leave this one here. We've got 3 in this here. There's a little stump in the middle here. I'm going to remove. That's not too long at the moment, that one. It's I want to just keep this tight in here. So, and we're going to leave this one. It looks a bit funny that it's left there, but it's there. It's been left there for a purpose, because that's going to be my. I want this to basically start to thicken up a little bit more here, and then the trunk is starting to get some thickness to it, and it's starting to get like a bit of bark texture there now. It's getting some bark on it, so it is starting to mature. It's still, I think, quite a fairly young tree, this bottle brush. But anyway, so that's the bottle brush, and we'll get on now and have a look at, we'll put this one aside. And have a look at our Djibouti carver. Yeah, this has been a really a strange one, this one. It's I've really had a lot of thought of what direction I want to go with this Djibouti carver, because it does have some nice taper in the trunk. Really hoping for something to come out over here, so I'm going to try to just keep this down, and maybe something might back butt on the old wood there. So on the trunk line there, and have something else come out. I did have a branch come out here, which I could bend out that way a little bit. Now it's starting to develop a little bit, so maybe just a little bit of light wire, and just to encourage it to pop out that way a little bit more. This main trunk line wasn't. It was half the thickness of what it was when I first got it. It'd probably be something like that thickness up there. Just a thin little twig. Basically, it wasn't very. It was quite young still, so I don't think the tree's that old. So anyway, what we'll do is we'll have a look at this first branch here. What I might do is just prune that back to there. And we've got one in here that's a bit tricky. It's sort of in the inside, so I think I'll remove that. I just want everything to sort of fan out, and we don't want it to be clashing with each other, those branches. Let's tighten that up a little bit more. Now what we'll do is we'll just go to the top here and have a look. This one's going upwards. I'm not happy with that going upwards. I'll trim that back. So what we'll do is we'll take these back a bit. Sort of like that very much, that one there. It's going in the wrong direction. I'll remove that one. That's heading upwards. It's going to look a bit bare, but we've got to tighten it up. Like it's sort of all out of the place and branchings. I think I'm going to take this one back to maybe to here and see what we get out of it. I really want to tighten that up a bit. And this one here, I don't know. I think it's in a it's going in a funny direction. Like it's like curling just straight upwards. I don't think I really need it. Like it, yeah. So I think I'm going to remove that because it's in a weird sort of direction there. So don't think it helps to have that there. Wow, look at that, eh? But that'll re-ramify and we'll get some more growth happening. But yeah, you got to take it back a little bit anyway. So to get all that, so we did remove a bit there. So it's quite a a fair bit off the tree there. And that's probably better for the tree too. That it's had that little reduce back there with the foliage and but originally my front was going to be, I don't know, somewhere about there. I was going to put it between those two forks, the two main ones up here. It's a hard one, this one. Anyway, we'll let it grow and we'll see where it takes us. I might remove that one on the inside there. Here it's lower. I don't think we need that. Oh, that one down there. Oh, that's better, I think. Tidier. And I think I'll just reduce this one to reduce that one a bit. So we're going to have a little bit of, maybe just a little bit of setback here with this. What is that? I think that's that branch there, isn't it? That's a weird one where that's coming in. Anyway, I'll remove that one too, I think. So, right. So anyway, we'll just leave it there. That's actually better anyway. I might just let that thicken up a little bit more and see where it goes, and then we might be able to just maybe put a little bit of wire on it, just to bring it around a little bit. I did this one here, which I could probably take down a little bit more too. This bottom branch, I'm trying to encourage it to bend down a little bit more. This Jaboticaba, it's got, once those branches harden off, they're a bit like the crepe myrtles. Once they harden off, they're really hard to see. I think that's better if it actually see, that's sort of where my front is. I think I'm going to have it like that. I'll try to get that down a little bit more, I think, just to see, and we can See, that's the thing with this green, tie, eh? It's really good. It doesn't bite into your tree. It bite into your trunk line if you have it on there. Like I said, you can see I've hardly, it doesn't even hardly leave a mark. Just a light indentation. Not much at all. Not like normal wire does. So yeah, that's got a fair bit of power, that bottom branch. But as I said, that's what I want to do. I want to pull that out a little bit. And I really wanted to bring that over more to try to spread these through, but is to maybe turn that one a little bit, maybe just to turn that one over that way a little bit, and then develop this as a next branch, but and give it a little bit of movement this direction, just to come over more like that. See, and that would be starting to get some nice shape to it then, you know. I think something like that I might head towards. But anyway, that's a Djibouti carver. We've done that one. Let's have a look at our next one. Our sandpaper fig. Now this is a bit of a character, this one. It's like I told you, it's got suckers that come out everywhere, all on the base of the trunk here. What I wanted to do is maybe cut back all these suckers down below the bottom here. I think we're going to have to remove all those because I really can't see, they're doing nothing down there, these suckers, so we'll just cut them back. I had this bottom branch here, it's really fattened up. This bottom branch right on the base of the trunk there. What was that? Anyway, yeah, right on the base there, it's really fattened up. But I feel as though, I think that's all too low down there. Very low, too low for a first branch. I'm thinking something about here, and then see this is basically going to be my leader, my new leader. This stuff too, it gets all this furry, I don't know, it feels, yeah, because you get all these little things in your, they're not prickles or anything like that, but it just gives you this powder that comes off the leaves. Like sandpaper, that's what it does, it actually feels like sandpaper. So, that's my new leader. I think I'm going to remove that bottom one completely down here. See if we can get in pretty close. Oh, it's pretty tight down there. Here we go. Chop that off. Woohoo! There we go. There's that one away too. See, that's and the thing is, these branches have a root system on them too, like they already. So all of these down in here, we want to just remove them. I need to have them. We'll clean up that cut point down the bottom there a bit. Just put a little bit of glue in there later. Alright, so then we're left with just what we got here on this base of this trunk here. So this is basically going to be the new leader. And I'm trying to encourage a little bit more to come out now, so we get a little bit more height happening to the main structure of the whole plant. So maybe we'll reduce this, and then we might get some other ramification, some more of these branches popping out here, so then give us a little bit more choice of new branching coming out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this cut point first. So we get that. Wow. Whee! That was there's still a fair bit of dead wood there just on top of that, so there we get down to the live wood a bit. There we go. Yep. So now, see, we had that just that ugly straight trunk. Now we'll be on its way to getting a little bit of movement happening now with that trunk. So now what we could do is we'll run a wire up this and go up so far. Maybe put a little bit of an S-bend in there or something. So I'm going to just go get a bit of wire and I'll be back. Righto, let's have a look at what we'll do is we'll get a bit of wire in here. Make it in close. All these little figs. Yeah, it's not a real edible. Probably break off a couple of. We don't want to destroy those main ones, but these main branches. Just get some wire on this and we can get a little bit of shaping happening. We're not really wanting to go all the way up, so yep. Alright. So whatever direction that you do put your wire is the way you want to spin is the way you want to do your bending. Alright, so otherwise if you go the other direction you'll take the pressure off your wire. So we want to come up and maybe do give it a bit of character. Alright, let's have a look at that myself for a minute just to see what we got here. Just to center it a bit more. Because this would be the main structure of this once it's sort of set. Yeah, that coming forward at you a little bit. Alright, so there you have. Up here is going to be a lot more interesting now, so we'll get some of these to maybe develop out now, these branches up here, and form into secondary branching, and then get some pads of forming. So yeah, this is a fairly big project. This has been a long project, this sandpaper thing. I could probably develop these out, this one out this way, put a little bit of a bend in it, coming out that way, and then maybe bring that one out that way a bit more, eh? So I might wire these two here and we'll reduce them a little bit. I'll give them a little bit of movement. Could be a bit heavy. Maybe could have used something a little lighter. But anyway, just hold that branch so then you don't end up doing any snapperoos on it and anything like that. Have it snapping on you. Okay, so now we'll just, maybe move this one over a little bit. If I have it, I'll show you in a minute anyway. Once that's got its shape, I'll remove that, so remove it completely, and once it's got a bit of shape. This little one down here, I don't think I need that, because it's if this is gonna have I'm just going to see what these do, these branches. I mean, these leaves here, they branch out, and we'll get some more branch out. This one here seems like it's going to form a branch. So we'll just see what this top does too. Gives a bit of it gets something happening here on this apex bit here. I'll let it grow now, I think, and not play with it too much more. We'll just let it grow and do its thing. So that's about it. We'll wrap it up for today. So that's 3 that were basically pruned back. Sandpaper fig, the body carver, and our bottle brush. So, alright, so what we'll do is I'll zoom out and we'll just have a little chat. Alright, that's about it. That's a wrap for this video, everybody. Thanks for people that have tuned in, and I hope you might have learnt something and got something out of this video about pruning back and keeping your plants maintained and doing maintenance on them. So it's the best time now, spring and summer, so your plants can have time to grow again and put on some new growth for you. So everybody stay safe, and we'll catch up next time on the next video of Bonsai Down Under. And I'd like to thank everybody that's tuned in and watched. And please subscribe if you want to see more videos, up and coming videos, and please comment too, and on what you think of the videos, and it's always good to get some feedback. Alright, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next video of Bonsai Down Under. Thanks for now.